Hi, welcome to the second video here on my channel. Today I want to talk about the 2022 World Cup in England. That's right, Qatar is going to lose it. They don't deserve it, never should have got it in the first place. Allegations of corruption as well as the frequent usage of migrants as slave labor to build their crazy looking stadiums over there is going to cost them the World Cup. Yeah, even as corrupt as FIFA is, they cannot turn a blind eye to what's going on in Qatar. So football's coming home in a sense at least. This is going to be a 5-part series. I'm going to make a mock tournament for the whole tournament. It's not a mock tournament because it's fake. It's a mock tournament because you guys can mock me on how wrong all these predictions will be when the tournament actually unfolds in 4 years from now. So, yeah. So, part 1 today, I'll talk about storylines heading into the World Cup. Part 2 will be all the teams that qualified, surprises to miss out, who the favorites are, the best players on each team, the new faces that are coming in, as well as the dark horses. Then part 3 will be like, the group stage. Then we'll talk about all the surprises and the goals and all that. I'll try to give you the scores if I can. Part 4 will be a continuation of the tournament. And part 5, I'll conclude the tournament, obviously, give my analysis on the whole thing and the awards and all that, blah, yada, yada, yada. So, storylines going into this World Cup. England. Can England win the World Cup 2022? England, their whole media, they were going crazy, in Russia, proclaiming England as champions, after they beat like Sweden and Colombia. We all know that was not a wise choice at all. They totally overlooked Croatia in the semifinals, and they paid the price for that. But this year, not this year, 2022, they'll have a lot of optimism. You're going to really feel that with the energy that English crowds will provide, they can really go all the way. And they have a team for that. Gareth Southgate is still the manager. Another storyline to talk about is a lot of new coaches. A lot of interesting coaches will be at the helms of their national teams. Zinedine Zidane will take over from Deschamps. There was a report on the ESPN FC show, what's that show called? Gab Marcotti and all them. They talked about Zinedine Zidane didn't congratulate the French team via Twitter or social media or whatever. It was a big deal in France that he didn't do it. I feel like I know the reason why. That's why he left Real Madrid. He wanted his next challenge to be an international challenge. He wanted to be the coach of France. And so I think France will underperform at the Euros. I'm not saying like group stage exit or anything, but I feel like they'll underperform. They're obviously the favorite to win. I think they'll underperform those. Zinedine Zidane will take over from Deschamps. I think Simeone will be the coach of Argentina. Argentina, needs like somebody like Simeone, somebody with a lot of passion, a lot of intensity. They need that. They don't need any more Sampaoli and Sabellas, managers that don't really bring the intensity and passion that you need, that this team needs, Argentina needs right now, after the disappointment of 2018. I think Sir Alex Ferguson is going to lead Scotland to the World Cup and try to get them out of the group stage for the first time ever. Scotland has been to 8 World Cups, have gone home in the first round every single time. Oh my goodness. Lastly, who else will be leading their team? I believe that Antonio Conte will return and lead Italy, a new generation of Italian players to World Cup glory. He did a great job with them in 2016. They were unlucky. They could have gone all the way, but they lost to a better German team in 2016. But I think Conte will try his hand again with Italy. So yeah, Neymar, another storyline. Neymar, Brazil will not win the Copa America 2019. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in other videos too. Who I think the continental champions will be by 2022, and also how the Confederation Cup played out, just because it's important to always look at the Confederation Cup before you analyze the World Cup and all that, right? So Neymar, this will be like his last chance to get an international trophy in his prime. He's going to be either 29 or 30 by 2022. He'll definitely will be the best player in the world. I think he'll win at least 2 Ballon d'Ors during the stretch of 2018 to 2022. He'll win at least 2 Ballon d'Ors. So he'll be the best player in the world, but he'll be looking for that international trophy to like solidify his career and really join the ranks of Pele, Ronaldo, Garrincha, Jairzinho, and Romario. So he needs the World Cup for that. Another story too. You're gonna see Africa. You're gonna see a lot of new talent from Africa coming up. Nigeria will have players on most of the major Premier League clubs. Yeah. Oh yeah, Nigeria will have like not quite as good as Belgium, but they'll have a lot of players in the Premier League. I predict that. Ghana will be back. I think Egypt will be stronger. Senegal, Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, Congo. I think Africa will have a little bit of a renaissance as well in terms of football. Also, I think you're going to have, in 2022, you're going to have, like, you know how FIFA was doing their whole pot 1, pot 2, pot 3 for the seedings? And you saw it was mostly like European teams in pot 1 and pot 2. I think you're going to have more of a mix. Yeah, Europe is definitely still the best continent in football. They've won the last 4 World Cups. But I think other countries like Iran, like Japan, like Nigeria, like Ghana, like I talked about, Venezuela, right, will make their entrance into the upper echelons of the FIFA ranking. So I'm sort of giving away to teams I think are going to qualify, but whatever. So next video, yeah, we'll talk about the teams that did qualify, surprises, as well as the new blood, new players that are going to enter the World Cup. You know, they may be 16, 17 now, but in 4 years' time, they'll be, you know, solidified starters on their club team. So we'll talk about them. We'll talk about teams that, there's some teams here that you will never guess, you would never think would qualify, most of you. So, yeah, so until next time, peace out.